You'll never guess what was causing it. Flip. Flop. Flip. That's right. This game ties a silent mode to your ringer, which, considering how infamous this game is for having an opening of just suddenly loud noise shouting "Fire Emblem Heroes" into your face. I guess I can get it, but it still feels weird to me. Hey interwebs, Jackie K here. And for this time on the Game and Chill, I am just doing some typical stuff. I'm battling my typical grind for the day when I actually remember to do these PvP battle grinds. Only because I'll jump over to Fire Emblem Hero afterwards, but since some of the things I want to talk about are related to Pokemon Go, I figured it would be visually more pleasing to actually have at least a little bit of footage of the game I'm playing, even if it's the boring footage I am playing. So, Torchic Community Day is soon, like about an hour and a half from now, but I will be leaving in about half an hour. So, this might be a little bit shorter than usual, but if it's too short, I'll just combine it with a second part where I talk about Community Day. And we'll just see how huge the backlog makes dating my videos in general. So yesterday I had a pretty interesting blend of doing things for the family and working on my own content. I finished up Donut County. I'll admit I was kind of putting that on the back burner for a little bit because there honestly wasn't a good reason. I guess it just required battling and I just didn't feel up to battling. There goes my brain just mixing up words again. I meant to say it probably required a little bit of to acquire more editing than the typical Donut County episode. But with that series is now done, so I don't gotta worry about that anymore. It's all fine and glorious. I even started up some commentaries. I did a tiny bit of the Kingdom Cup thing I keep putting off. But we'll probably... I don't know if I'll get around to finishing that up this weekend, because I get the feeling by the time I get home from Community Day, I'm not really going to have too much time to do anything else. I am trying to come home earlier than usual, but I feel like that time's going to just be spent getting ready for work tomorrow. We are actually working on content. Yeah, we're not even going to get any Stardust for this particular grind. But you know what? I will just keep it up there. No, I'm not going to put you guys through watching the same battles over and over again. I know I do a very similar thing with Fire Emblem Heroes, but at least with that way, there's a little bit of diversity with different characters in that. And I just realized that I still had the audio on for the game. Oh well, I think it won't... We'll see how it is in post. I was planning on just adding music on top of everything anyways. And because I am recording the mic separately, I don't think it would be too bad. Unlike this gameplay that's happening from good old Auto Battle. So a big thing I did was a bit of work with a new playthrough. Essentially what was going to be going on after Donut County finishes up. More or less, I may have a little bit of an intermission in between. I was tempted to do a playthrough, but I'm honestly not sure. Especially after the recording I did of it last night. I'm just really excited to actually play more of that game. I guess we could go with that, even though this will no doubtly end horribly. Trying to send my Chrome against all these red units here. But yeah, I'm really psyched about doing that. I'd love to actually talk more about it, but I want to keep it a surprise. Still, not only would it be fun for the show, but it gives me the opportunity, like, if I change my mind before I actually start uploading it, I won't feel like I'm breaking a promise or anything like that. But man, I really want to talk about it. So yeah, with the whole community day thing, I just got done clearing out my phone space for Pokemon Go stuff, so I am trying to focus less on recording and just podcast my thoughts. That way I can actually focus my video editing on more major projects and hopefully improve the quality of my channel in general. Oh, I love this place. The atmosphere here is so unique. Nothing like a shiver down the spine, right? Man, Shinera, you are really just pushing your luck way too much. You are way too kind for your own good. So, okay, I guess they kind of surprised me with the quality of these sort of interactions, I will admit. Where's the actual grinding, though? While I try to finish up my thoughts... Just let me go back to the training tower, and it'll be a little easier to do from there. So I talked about the new project a little bit. Because I am tempted to do something in between, something a little short. But I don't want to say anything until I know for sure, and I'm so excited to do this. I may just be tempted to jump right into the new project, even though it would fit the time. It would fit a good theme if I could wait until the time I wanted to release it. We'll just see how it goes, though. So as I was doing that, I was trying to get some stuff done for community. They dump all the Pokemon Go footage off my phone onto my computer so I can have the space clear. But I did dumb. I thought everything was done downloading, so I deleted off my computer. But it was still downloading, so I think a couple of these video files are going to be a processing heck. Which sucks. I just seem to be having terrible luck this weekend with recording. Which stinks because it's so excited. Yeah. One thing I did for this new project I have. It's an hour-long recording. And thankfully I had at least divided it up into pieces. But I think because I try to save it as a new... To get into technical mumble-jumble, I divided it up into 3 recording sessions because I was worried about losing stuff, ironically enough. And I think the commentary for the second file, once I saved that, I just saved it as... I did save as, thinking it would make a new project. But it didn't, so I think I somehow overwrote the third final part of the recording. I think the second part of my recording session for that got overridden by the third one. So a good 20-minute chunk of the level I played has no commentary. The video's fine, and honestly, with the type of game I was playing, it could have been a lot worse. But I did think I had some clever things in the mix that I am a bit disappointed that I lost out on. So was there anything else going on in the Life of Jackie Cade that was worth sharing? Because I keep feeling like if I keep talking about the things I've been working on, I'm gonna accidentally let the cat out of the bag with what that next project is. It is not Yellow vs. Leaf Green. One day I will finish a playthrough of Generation 1 in some shape or form. As long as I don't die before I get to that point. only just because I feel like it's been procrastinating it for so long I'll die of old age before getting anywhere. Me, in my defense though, I was pretty ambitious for Yellow vs. Leaf Green. And I was able to do a lot during my college years, when I actually had the spare time to actually make graphics and plan out the video files the way I wanted to. And I don't really got that time anymore. A little bit disappointing. Also, I keep telling myself that I'm gonna make art projects. I have some art plans for Con Bravo, like I'm not selling anything, but I did want to make some figures for YouTubers I look up to that are gonna be there. I've been thinking about this since January, and I have not even started up on one of them yet. I'd be okay with this procrastination if it was just drawings like I usually do, but I wanted to do something more special, and I've only just this week come up with an idea for one of them, let alone actually start working on anything. I mean, it'd be a fun thing to stream, but unfortunately I'm not using my laptop anymore, so I don't have a webcam. So that's out of the picture. If it was drawing, I could at least stream it and just hope that, because I'm a small content creator, that the people that it's supposed to be a surprise for never actually show up. But I can't use that excuse for art of the non-digital variety. What I will say, without giving too much away, I do want to do at least one custom amiibo, which is gonna be a dang thing because I haven't worked with custom amiibos in at least a year. Feels like years. Probably has been years. So it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. If you don't mind me, I just want to finish up these darn chaps, so I can get this level up without actually screwing up anything. I'd love to heal you, but you're too far away, but probably have someone die here. That's exactly how I saw that going down. Was it worth it? I'm honestly not sure. So yeah, there is all that to look forward to. Assuming I can find the time to actually put aside and work on all of it. We'll see. I mean, Con Bravo isn't for a couple months. I was just worried, like, if I do decide to go to GoFest, that would eat into the time too. I don't think I gotta worry about that, because I feel like if I was going to GoFest, I would have figured out a plan of how to get there by now. I'm a bit of a trapophobe. So, going to MagFest was like, or PAX again, was a huge jump in my advantage, but with GoFest it's a bit different because I don't got friends that I can just crash at their place and save a little money on the hotel cost. And I guess the other big difference too is actually just getting rooms and flights in general. I haven't checked since they stopped selling the tickets, but I know the last time I checked I could not find a straight flight to there. And that was part of what made going over to Boston for PAX East so easy, because I was able to get a flight right from driving distance of where I live to the Boston airport, which in and of itself wasn't too far from where I was staying and from the convention in general. If I have to jump from one airport to another, I don't think I'd be able to handle the traveling. And when I checked for the flights over to Chicago, that's the situation I was running into. So I'm not gonna completely rule it out yet, but if I do go, it's gonna be like a last minute decision. Yeah, and these video files are still trying to download even though I deleted them off my phone already. So I think they're doomed, which sucks because I was actually gonna... would actually make good footage, but I guess it's at least I didn't lose a community day. Footage from a community day or something like that. That shiny 8-palm I caught, it's part of the footage that actually made it through. So I definitely got stuff to work with. And it is about 1:40, so I'm gonna finish things off after here. It's a bit of a short one for a game and chill, but That's fine. I think the goal was to keep it more towards 20 minutes anyways, and if I do plop talking a little bit about Community Day once I get back from that, it'll round it out to about the 20 minutes I want these types of videos to be. And I'm out of stamina too, so I don't even have to spend one of my infinite potions on it. So that's all I got for now. Thank you all for tuning in and chilling with me. Hope to see you for the next one. Take care. So I think I might have figured out part of what was the issue with sometimes sound recording, sound doesn't. This is gonna be the moment of truth though. We got sound on currently, and we still have sound when I flip it off. I don't want to dig through the footage just to show it, but I swear when I switched the ringer on and off on my phone, it was actually affecting the audio. But alas, maybe just when I have speakers on, because I have headphones on this time because I'm a smart person, and didn't ruin an entire recording of like 20 minutes because I had my phone right up to my microphone with the sound blasting. So let me get started on just some random Forging Bond stuff. And as I do that, I'll just give a quick summary of how my Community Day went, as promised. I'm not going to give the full story because I think I'm actually just going to do a podcast giving my retrospective on Torchic Community Day directly. Long story short, I was trying to get home early, but I ended up being out as long as usual. But not so much because of the game, but because family was involved and I want to spend time with them too. As for Torchic Day itself, it was alright. I felt like I haven't been the luckiest I've ever been though. And it may have made certain elements of all this a little salty, but the more time passes, the less severe it feels. But again, I guess I'll save that for Torchic Community Day when I cover it directly. And just try to remember if there's any other things I want to do before I go into rambling about how many days been, because I'm going to try to keep it. If I have to go through the trouble of doing this again and not salvage the horrible phone audio picking up on the mic quality I had before, I feel like I deserve to at least keep it at low energy this time, because it was pretty high energy. I wouldn't go as far to say angry, but there was ranting and it was high energy. Because there's been a lot, honestly, there's been a lot in my life to rant about currently. Look at these random evil possessed spirits fight amongst each other. Kill, 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 destroy, and fight, and... I'm surprised they actually use, like, an evil possessed guy to help give the backstory behind some of these evil possessed people. Just a random thought I had. Anyways, life. Life has been fun with the biggest asterisk I could possibly imagine. And just today, like, I really was hoping for more time recording and still get to bed before 10 o'clock. But I kinda done goof and screwed it all up. I say that like it was anywhere within my control, which would be a disappointing factoid in general. Because it wasn't, like... Essentially, I've been having car trouble for a while. Thought we finally got it freaking fixed. Well, we changed the part, but as soon as they changed the part, another issue has popped up with it. I don't really feel like going into all the detail tonight about what's wrong, but essentially, like, to put it basically, I stop at a light, a sign, getting ready to park, anything like that. And my car is supposed to have this feature, this save on gas, quote unquote, where it'll all stop, and when you let go of the brake, it starts back up again. It doesn't happen every time, which is the randomness of it is probably almost as frustrating as the issue itself. But it will just, instead of starting back up, it will just shut down. And keep in mind, this happens a lot at like traffic lights. Not exactly a good place to actually be having car issues. Like, the very first time, it was a bit of a panic of how the heck am I supposed to fix this problem. I like put the gas on, I messed around with settings. Eventually what I had to do to get it fixed is turn it off, like turn the key off all the way and then turn the car back on. And that guy going like normal. And I say it'd be fine if that like happened once, but there's been a case where it's happened twice in a drive. It's kind of getting bad that like you have to worry about it happening at least once every day in my 45+ minute drive up to work that goes through a lot of traffic. It's like the drive isn't stressful enough, but that issue getting mixed out. So long story short, I've been talking to my dad about it a bit because like neither of us know anything about cars, but he knows more about life than I do. We decided to take it out today to try to figure out what's wrong, despite me just describing to you exactly what's wrong with it. Wasn't convinced that I knew about it. It's been like a good hour and a half just driving around town, stopping, trying to get this issue to even occur, and of course, when we're trying to diagnose a problem, it never happened, and I just had to just keep explaining the same thing over and over until something came out about it. And essentially what we came down to the conclusion of was, there's nothing serious, I just have to get used to it, despite the fact that I could easily see it leading to some fairly negative consequences. Nope, just deal with it. Don't spend the money at the dealership getting it resolved and fixed, because the dealership's just gonna charge you like $500 million just to get it looked at, just to tell you what the problem is that you already know the problem to, let alone fix it. There may be a few bits of slight exaggeration in the mix. It's just been a freaking stressing week. Another fun factoid. I went without went without hot water for 2 good days straight because the water tank died. And the worst part is I was not able to take cold showers. Like, I like the cold, but my body just can't seem to take a cold shower without a little bit of heat. But I was able to like not go without taking a shower or bathing myself for those 2 days. I found a solution, and to keep it PG, I'm gonna leave it at that. So yeah, there's been a lot of fun stuff to juggle around, and this on top of all the little work Beyonce's. I'll have to talk more about work another time, but the work itself is rather fine, and I actually like have a luxury with it where I can pretty much listen to whatever I want, as long as I'm working, of course, and I don't take out my phone at all while I'm listening. So I just been using all like that 8 hours of work time to catch up on YouTube stuff, like content creators that I would normally not get to watch. And between you and me, I may have talked about it before, but I never explained why the reason that the majority of content I watch online is actually listened to via podcast style. That's why, because a good chunk of my time listening to content is actually just having the content playing in my earbuds while I'm working. The work I do, obviously if I need to concentrate on something, I'll take them out on that, but the majority of work I do is rather simple, and honestly, it would get tedious at times if I didn't have something like that. If the tedium wouldn't kill me, then my mental anxiety would, but that may just be a story for another time. I'm in a bit of a pickle, aren't I? I can't do anything to this guy. He's just gonna come around and murder me. Kinda like life. You can do whatever you can to prepare for it, but when you actually go to attack it, you can't even dink the armor. That sounds like a pretty good metaphor for life. So this is all boiling down to that I am just really looking forward to this weekend because it's Memorial Day in the United States. And a lot of places get Memorial Day off for holiday. Not everyone at work gets it off, because I'll have to talk a little bit more about what my work is like in order to explain that, but essentially some people work it, other people don't, depending on the type of work you do. And I think I'm lucky enough to actually be one of those people who don't have to come in on the holiday and actually get paid for that time off. So I am looking forward to a long weekend because I can already tell, like, without it, my weekend would be non-existent because we got this Pokemon Niantic is not letting up on the events, so there's raiding on Saturday. Dan wants to take care of stuff with the drive. That's a whole other mess I haven't even ranted about, but it seems like we'll finally get it taken care of this weekend. Unfortunately, it just so happens to be at the same time that this event is going on. And it's complicated because I honestly don't... It's a raiding event, so I don't really want to do it the whole time, but you need a group of people to do it with. And when it's a 3-hour raid train type of event, it works best if you actually stick with the people you're raiding with, so I feel like it might be a little... It's already complicated enough with having the YouTube, or just... It's already complicated enough trying to figure out how to just do it for 2 hours without disrupting anyone that I'd be doing the event with. But then I have to, like, juggle taking care of this driveway so my car doesn't get any more wrecked from it. I swear, to talk about this, like, I don't know. I get the feeling that they put it off so long because I'm the only one who suffers from the driveway the way it is. Because I have a small car. Everyone else has a large car. And the problem is that there's a dent. There's like a eroded out area of the driveway. Make like a hole. And guess who goes head first right into the hole every time they pull it in and out, compared to everyone else? Me. So, like, when I'm the only one suffering, and honestly, I am not really a vocal person, so I tend to keep my problems to myself. So, guess, you know what they say about the squeaky oil? The squeaky car is the one that gets the oil or something like that. I don't squeak, so when I have a problem, and I'm the only one with the problem, it's very easy to ignore my problems. Like, I feel a little awkward just talking about all this stuff as much as I'm doing here. And I know this sounds like a pretty negative ranting session, but I bring it all up to emphasize my point that I'm going to enjoy the extra day of the weekend, because Saturday is shot. And I get the feeling like Sunday I'm going to get asked to do something. So I'm hoping at least I have Monday. If we do end up making family plans on that day, at least I will have something enjoying out of it. Either way though, I think it'll be... I feel like that my goals for the weekend would be impossible if I didn't have the extra day. So I greatly appreciate it. And that killed enough time to avoid using another stamina potion. gonna end off here. I could probably do some summoning, but I'm still holding out on the off chance that I'm able to like put time aside to do a live stream and possibly do it then. Because I'll admit, I want Snowflake. Like, so cool to see the Snowflake get an extra alt. So I appreciate that, and it'd be cool to have her. So I'm willing to dip some orbs into trying to get her. Because it's been a while since something spawned out to me that I really was appealing for. Like, you probably caught how I feel about all of this whole banner, even though there's a bunch of quote-unquote fancy new heroes from it. It didn't get me ecstatic, but I am willing to try to get some new units in these new alt costumes. It seemed like it'd be fun to do. Probably be a little more fun to do live than post, but at least I have this whole gaming show as an option if I don't decide to do it post. Now I'm gonna wrap things up here. Maybe next week I'll start actually building up a backlog instead of just barely getting one done every week. This is supposed to be the little editing series to use as like filler content and just relax and chill and not worry about the hard ends of the whole editing scene. But I'm not sure if any of that's really panning out. We'll see though. Take care.